What's good, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Drea Simone. So for today's video, we're going to try the the thing that's been popping all over the internet. Alright, culture people, my Spanish people, please don't get me wrong for saying this. I'm gonna try to pronounce it right, but it might not come out right. So, Birria tacos or Birria tacos. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. But anyway, your girl's about to try to make that herself. It'll be my first time trying it. I hope it turns out good. I couldn't find anywhere that's like in my area that sells them. So I was just like, why not just go to the grocery store and try it out myself? So your girl about to get the cooking, and I'm gonna show you like how I make it and my faults of making it and stuff like that. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a taste test.
Hey guys, so for this part I have to do a voiceover. It was just too much going on in the background. But right here I'm just showing you how I'm washing off the chuckless beef pot roast and what I use to wash off the meat with. So then next you'll probably see me reaching over to get the apple cider vinegar. I use that as well to clean off all my meats that I end up cooking with. Okay, so right here, after I finish washing off my meat, I'm going to cut this into some chunks. It'll be a lot easier to cook it and brown it and cut it up after I'm finished with everything. Alright y'all, so next I'm going to season it with some salt and some black pepper. A lot of people use the kosher salt, which is totally good, but this is all that I had in my cabinet, was just the Celtic sea salt and some regular black pepper, and I'm just going to massage it in to both sides of the meat, rub it in really good, and season it really well. Okay guys, so you can see my stovetop is already preheated. I'm just putting in some olive oil, make sure the whole pan is covered in the oil, and then I'm going to take the beef chunks and put it inside the pan, of course, and just make sure all sides are browned. You don't have to cook the meat all the way through just because it's going to finish cooking in your crock pot, or if you want to put it in the oven, or if you want to put it into another pan on top of the stove. Okay, now I'm just going to take all the meat and set it inside of the crock pot. And before, you guys, you can go ahead and just chop up all your onions and your carrots and your cilantro beforehand, before you cook all your meats, instead of doing it like how I did it, because I have to like stop every now and then just to go ahead and chop up the onions, or go ahead and chop up this when I can just go ahead and just have it ready. So it'll be a little bit easier for you guys. But I'm just chopping up some onions, and then I'm going to sit it in the crock pot. I did end up putting all the onions in the crock pot only for the simple fact that the onion was really, really small. It wasn't a large onion. So I didn't mind throwing all the onions in there. Next, I'm just taking some cilantro off the stems. I know it's going to be a part in here where I try to show you a piece of the cilantro, but like I said, I don't mind keeping that little bit of stem on the cilantro, but you want to mostly just take all the leaves off so you'll be able to chop it finely. Okay, so once you finish up your cilantro, go ahead and set it to the side in a plate. Right here, I'm showing you guys that I'm going to use some chili pods, some dried chili pods, and some chipotle peppers that's already in some adobo sauce. I was trying to find the one that said Mexico on top, but I ended up finding the ones that had California, but I heard they are just the same as the one that says Mexico on top. It just would have been a little bit more authentic. So here I'm just using scissors just to cut off the stem parts of the chili pods to get all the seeds out. I'm going to do that to all 3 of them. It just makes it easier. I mean, you can cut your chili pods with a knife if you would like to, but using scissors are a lot easier, and my scissors were clean when I was cutting the chili pods. So I'm just getting all the seeds out that I can, and then once I do that, I'm actually going to go wash them, and then in the next scene you'll see me throw all my chili pods inside of the pot back there with the lid on top, that the water will already be boiled, and I'm just going to sit in there and then let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Also, I meant to add in a red pepper to the bowl as well, because I was going to throw them in here with the chipotle peppers and the dried chili pods to make the sauce, but I ended up forgetting, and I ended up adding the red pepper to the crock pot later on in the scene. Okay, so now I'm pouring in the sauce into the crock pot. I wish I did have my bigger strainer, because it would have made it a lot easier to pour it in, to strain it from, any extra seeds and stuff like that. But I could not find that strainer. You'll see me pouring the sauce in 2 to 3 times using the small one that I have. But, your girl got to do what your girl got to do. But yeah, I'm just making sure everything is good. Next, I'm going to use some chicken bouillon cubes. I didn't have the powder, but the cubes works just as fine. So I'm going to throw 2 cubes in for the seasoning. Next, I'm going to take 2 bay leaves, and that's just going to help bring out the flavor in the sauce. I'm going to use a half of of a tablespoon of thyme. Then I'm going to use about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to throw in some more Celtic sea salt. Of course, you can use any type of salt that you would like to use. I'm going to throw in 3 half tablespoons of minced garlic. And I'm going to throw in 1 chopped carrot, some black pepper, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and that was 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I'm going to use smoked paprika as well. Helps with the coloring and the taste as well. And then I'm going to add 4 cups of cold water. Then this is where you see when I add the red pepper to the crock pot that I forgot to add into the sauce. Here is what it is looking like. Like, it was smelling so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. And I forgot to add to tell you guys that I did add 1 whole garlic clove in there. Here I'm just chopping up the meat into slices, and then I did end up throwing it into the blender a little bit just so I can have some finely shredded meat and some chunks of meat. Okay, so after I finish chopping up my meat, I'm going to add it back into the crock pot just to get, the meat back into that sauce, then make sure that it's very moist. I'm going to stir it a little bit, get all the seasonings going. All right, now it's time to make the tacos. So I'm just adding a little bit more olive oil in there. A lot of people use the corn tortillas, but I just use the flour tortillas. And I'm dipping the tortillas inside of the crock pot to get the sauce on top of it. And then I'm adding mozzarella cheese until the first taco, and then dipping another taco into the sauce and add it on top. So I'm doubling the tacos instead of it making, it's just easier, so I won't tear apart. Then, of course, I've added the meat in. And as you guys can tell, like, I am overstuffing this taco. Like, my eyes are just so freaking big. And this is my cilantro and onion mixture, and I added a little bit of lime in there as well. And then I throw in some mozzarella cheese. It looks yummy already. Here I am trying to flip it, but the tongs did come in hand when I was trying to flip the taco over. But as you can tell, like, my taco looks thick. It looks really, really thick. like I said, my eyes were just too big, and I had to end up taking some of the meat out and the cheese and stuff like that. But it did what it did. It worked out. Alright, so I'm making my last taco, and I decided to throw some of the sauce into the pan, I guess just to make it a little bit easier covering the tacos. It did help a little bit. As you can see, when I flip it over, it looked a lot better than when I made my first 2 tacos. But my eyes were still pretty big. I still overstuffed the tacos a lot. I don't know, I guess I was just hungry that day. I don't know what it was, but your girl was just stuffing everything. And then it didn't really help too much because the cheese kept going, like kept sticking to the pan, so it kind of made it hard to like flip over without tearing apart.
Okay, you guys, so here we have it. I have 3 tacos. Like, y'all saw the trouble that I was going through making these tacos when it came to like putting it in a pan. I wish I could find my nonstick pan, but I could not find it. So once that cheese got to melting in the pan, everything started sticking, and I was just like, Lord, please just don't let this be a terrible mess. But it came out good. I'm hoping the sauce, you know what I'm saying? I hope everything, the flavors come together. I'm very, very excited to try this. Oh my gosh, your girl made Birria tacos. Hey. All right, so here's my first taco. Yo. And y'all like I do it with the little cilantro and the little lime on top. I think I'm gonna dip it first and then put some lime on there. Yes, sir. Okay. Y'all. Yep, that's it. That is it. Hold on. Y'all. These tacos are free. Sorry for talking my mouth full, but oh my God. These tacos are freaking banging. And the sauce is on point too. Like, I know everybody sauce and tacos are different. Some people use corn tortillas for their birrias, but I just use flour tortillas. It probably would have been a little bit easier if I would have used corn tortillas a little bit, but I'm not that much of a fan of pointed cheese, so. But this is banging, y'all. This is banging. I just had to give y'all like a quick little taste test and show y'all guys like, try it. You have to try these tacos. These things are banging. Like, I don't want to stop right now, but I know I have to like eat and kind of like clean up a little bit because I'm expecting company in a little bit. But I just want to come in here and let y'all know that these Birria tacos are, bruh. Oh my God. These tacos are money. I'm sorry. They're money. They're straight money. And got my little cranberry juice. Oh my gosh. But I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Like I said, if you guys haven't tried this or you don't have anywhere that's like near you, just go ahead and go to your local grocery store. Go to your Totos or any type of Mexican mart that's around you guys and just pick up the ingredients and make it yourself. It's not as hard as I probably made it look, but it's perfect. It's good. I love it. I love it. I love it. But make sure you guys subscribe on this video, share if you would like, make sure you turn on your post notifications, make sure to follow your girl on all her social media handles. Everything will be linked down below. And I will see you guys in another video.